Hi, I'm Mark Bryant, and I'm a naturalist here at Heller Nature Center. I'm here to share my knowledge and passion with you about the natural world around us. From the tallest tree to the tiniest critter, no question is too big or too small. So let's go ahead and dig in. Hello, and welcome back to Heller Nature Center. Today we're here to talk about cicadas, and it's a big year for them. There's two main kinds of cicadas. We have annual cicadas, which you'll see every year, and then we have periodical cicadas. And for those, there's two main populations. Ones that'll come up every 17 years, and then ones that will come up every 13 years. Now, if you're as old as me, you might remember that 17 years ago, we had one of these superbroods come up out of the ground, and then 4 years later, another came. Which means that this year, both of those 17-year cicadas and those 13-year cicadas are going to be coming out at the same time, which is something that hasn't happened since 1803. So where should we expect these cicadas to come up? Well, we live in Illinois, which is actually sort of the central hub. Periodical cicadas, both the 13-year brood and the 17-year brood, sort of centralize all over the Midwest, but Illinois is kind of their main hotspot. And the same is true for the annual cicadas. So while all over the Midwest you're going to be seeing these bugs crawling out of the ground, there's going to be a lot of them here in Illinois. So when should you expect these cicadas to start coming out of the ground? They'll typically do it when it reaches about 64 degrees. And here in our region, that'll happen usually mid-May to early June. However, this year it's been a bit warmer spring, so they might come out of the ground a little earlier. So what should we expect? Well, first of all, they're going to be very, very loud. Cicadas can create sounds that can exceed 100 decibels. That's comparable to a motorcycle, and it's also comparable to something like a jackhammer. They do this by collapsing their thorax, which is something similar to their rib cage, and they'll collapse that and expand it over and over again to make a very, very loud noise. They can do that collapse and expansion about 400 times per second. So they'll come out, the males will start making the sound, they'll be out here for just a few weeks while they start mating, and then they'll lay their eggs, go back under the ground, and we won't see them again for another 13 years. So what should you expect? Lots of noise, maybe small amounts of damage to some trees from the egg laying, but they actually don't eat any plants. So get ready because they're on their way. Now, the cicadas aren't quite here yet, so stay tuned for a part 2 where we'll go out and find some and see what they look like.